To ensure her ugly daughter could attend the prince's ball, the mother hired someone to break her protruding nasal bone. Hearing her daughter's agonized screams, she wore a look of utter satisfaction. As a fallen noblewoman, Rebecca married far from home with her 2 daughters, forming a new family with the local count. Yet on their wedding day, the count suddenly spat up blood at the dinner table and died instantly, leaving behind only his beautiful daughter Agnes. Elvira sought to comfort her distraught stepsister, but Agnes's words left her utterly stunned.
Om det inte var för pengarna så skulle pappa aldrig haft något med sådana som mig.
Vilka pengar?
Min mammas pengar såklart.
She had thought they'd found refuge with a wealthy family, only to discover they coveted her mother's dowry. Elvira rushed to her mother's room, only to find local officials already present. After the count's death, his livestock and farmland were confiscated to settle debts. Her mother was completely disheartened. With 2 husbands gone in succession, finding another wealthy man willing to marry her was next to impossible. Elvira tried to comfort her mother.
Jag kan gifta mig. Men vem var prinsen?
Ta en tjeckisberg, hämta mig.
Elvira too felt insecure about her looks, yet she shared the same dream as countless young girls, to marry a handsome and dashing prince. As if heaven had heard her prayers, opportunity unexpectedly presented itself. The prince would host a grand ball in 4 months, inviting all young maidens of marriageable age across the country, and Elvira was fortunate enough to receive an invitation. To seize this rare chance for her daughter, Rebecca hired a renowned surgeon at great expense, sparing no expense on Elvira's cosmetic surgery. The doctor first removed Elvira's unsightly braces, then took up his instruments, and aimed at her protruding nasal bone. With a sharp crack of breaking bone, Elvira let out a piercing scream. Her younger sister watched in horror, but her mother's gaze remained unwavering. She knew this was their family's last chance. After the surgery, Elvira joined a group of graceful young women at a dance school that trained girls specifically for the ball. Not all would succeed in being selected. Ultimately, only 1 lead dancer and 2 backup dancers would earn the chance to perform before the prince. For them, it would be the most crucial night of their lives, and a fierce competition thus began. Clearly, Elvira wasn't favored by the teacher at first, and was even relegated to the back row, while her stepsister Agnes became the center of attention. Yet when the list was announced, Elvira unexpectedly made the cut, a surprise even to herself. That once distant daydream seemed to be gradually becoming reality. So during the subsequent training, Elvira finally gathered her courage to step forward and demonstrate, but the teacher quickly halted her steps.
Du har talang. Bortkastat.
It turned out her selection was entirely due to her mother secretly bribing the teacher. She could never become the lead dancer. In that instant, the confidence Elvira had struggled to rebuild shattered into pieces. She remained the same ugly fat girl, who couldn't even squeeze into a ball gown. Unsurprisingly, her final assessment results were far from ideal. Elvira couldn't hold a candle to her beautiful stepsister, yet her mother claimed to see her own reflection in her, not in beauty, but in the courage to sacrifice everything for it. Elvira removed her nose brace. Her nose now stood straight and firm. Rebecca then handed her daughter a small box, which contained nothing but a tapeworm egg. Once Elvira swallowed it, the tapeworm would consume the food in her stomach, which would help her lose weight.
När jag har blivit tynn och vacker nog, så tar jag bara motgiften.
Du är syk i hodet.
Her sister couldn't comprehend such an act, and stormed off in anger. Elvira swallowed the tapeworm egg before her body could react. A commotion nearby interrupted her thoughts. She cautiously approached to investigate, and unexpectedly discovered the prince who was out hunting. Yet the words that followed plunged Elvira back into despair.